Assistant Secretary of Defense with us now. Good morning and welcome back.
Good morning, Bill.
Do you agree with Kissinger's statement?
Yeah, Henry Kissinger is probably the greatest strategic thinker and diplomat of the last 50 years, and in this case, he's, as usual, prescient. You know, Iran is the biggest single dilemma the United States faces. Nuclear proliferation is the second, and if you put the two of those together, it's an explosive combination.
Who, in your view, then, is likely to follow the Iranian lead?
Okay, Iran is Persian, which is not Arab. It's Persian and it's Shiite. Its historic enemies have been Sunni Arabs. So Iran gets a nuclear weapon capability. I think it's very likely that Saudi Arabia, Egypt, other countries in the region which are Sunni and Arab feel the need to go ahead and become nuclear as well. Then you have Israel in the mix, Israel's 60th birthday. Israel's long been thought of as having nuclear weapons technology. So you start having an arms race in the Middle East, but it's a nuclear arms race. It's the single most volatile, dangerous part of the world, sits on the world's energy sources, and it's got unstable governments. That's like throwing a match in a room full of gasoline.
You know, KT, you quote the former senator from Georgia, Sam Nunn.
Yes.
And Sam Nunn says the day after a nuclear weapon goes off, we will wonder what more we could have done prior.
Yes.
How do you address that?
Well, I think there are a number of people who are thinking about the issue now, but the longer we wait to do something, the more limited our options become. Kissinger, for example, is calling for very aggressive diplomacy, getting NATO, perhaps Russia, China in the mix, and pressuring Iran using economic, financial, diplomatic, trade pressures. Brent Scowcroft, another one of my former bosses, he's proposed for countries that want to have nuclear energy, perhaps we have a nuclear fuel bank so that those countries don't need to have enrichment capability in their own hometown, so that enrichment capability, those facilities could also be used to make nuclear weapons.
The point that Kissinger makes is join forces with NATO and Russia and put pressure on Iran.
Yes.
Why is that not happening? Why, if this is such a clarion call, that others are not listening?
I think part of it is because people are so preoccupied with Iraq, and Iraq is just, you know, that's a warm-up act to Iran. I think another part of it is we're at a political season right now, and very little gets done in the United States when it's in a political season. And the other part of it is it's a really tough problem. There are no easy answers, and it's got to be a comprehensive solution. One of the parts of that solution is we've got to get off Middle East oil, because as long as we keep sending dollars to the Middle East, petrodollars, then the ability to get nuclear weapons doesn't have a financial break on it. Money's no object in that part of the world.
And there seems to be this discussion brewing now about how you live in a global sense with
I find that really frightening when people are starting to say, well, it wouldn't be so bad. I think it would be a disaster.
KT, thank you for your time.
Thanks,
KT
Bill.
McFarland.